travelers, and welcome to the Horror Greenbook, the channel that takes you from coast to coast and con to con. I am your travel guide, Brendon, here in the scary sanctuary, bringing to you another live watch party. This time, Jeepers Creepers, the ultra controversial modern 2000s classic, I should say. It's one of those films that, has a lot of lovers, a bit of the haters, just a big mix of people all over the bag. So I figured that would be a great one to discuss for tonight. So, welcome one, welcome all. Hey, we got Triple T in the house. What's going on, Tony? Hope everyone's doing well tonight. We're going to start the film in, let's just say, roughly 5 minutes at 35 past the hour. Yeah, Jeepers Creepers is right for sure, man. Even before you knew what a creep Victor Salva was, you knew that something was just a bit icky with this film. But what's going on, man? Hope everything's going well with you. Just looking forward to tonight. So we're gonna have a good time, man. Of course, like always, the film is available to watch on Tubi or available to watch for free somewhere. But you can watch Jeepers Creepers on Tubi for those of you that are new to the channel and don't know where to find the flick. Hey, we got Vero in the house. What's going on, Vero? Hopefully you're having a great start to your week. I'm having a pretty good one. I just cracked open the first beer for tonight. Hopefully you guys are kicking back and you're ready for some Jeepers Creepers fun and ready for, to protect those eyes. Hopefully the creeper doesn't take a liking to you. But yeah, guys, we're going to talk about this film. Our first time seeing it, what we think about the director, what we think about the sequels, just anything that comes to our mind in regards to it. It's always a good week when we get these lives. Oh, I really appreciate that, Vero. I'm glad that you guys are here to come and hang out with me and just enjoy the lives. So, guys, go ahead and make sure to hit that like button before we begin. Make sure your players are all queued up for Jeepers Creepers. And of course, guys, make sure to go ahead and ask for a timestamp whenever one is needed. Hey, we got Papa Goss in the house. What's going on, Josh? Hey, hopefully you're having a good week, buddy. Yeah, smash that like button. We're going to have a great time, guys. We will be starting the film here in a little less than a minute. So go ahead and hit that link for Tubi. I have also included the link for our Discord. You do not want to miss out on the opportunity to hang out with other horror fans that just love talking the genre and getting together and just keeping in touch with one another. It's one of the best things about this community that we call the GBG. So let me get my chat set up so that I could be on the same plane with you guys and know what you guys are talking about. But yeah, guys, I was looking forward to this one. I figured, hey, it's been a while since I've last seen Jeepers Creepers. And, this one's always one that gets the conversations going. Everyone has an opinion on this film. So, alright, guys, press play. Of course, guys, we're going to make sure that we're all synced up and everything. So, of course, feel free to ask for a timestamp whenever you need one. You don't think I've seen this since it came out? Yeah, it's one of those ones that you don't necessarily have to see that often. Everything just kind of remains with you from, that first watch, I feel. It was one of those films that I don't know, man. It just had a creep factor to it. But who would have thought that it was just Victor? But yeah, this was just a fun, very self-contained horror film. Good story, good mythology. I love this movie. I've watched it many times. Hey, what's going on, Frog Pop Fanatic? Yeah, that's what I was saying. There are a lot of people that really, really are huge fans of this flick. I really like it. I enjoy it. This and the second film. I'm not a fan of the third and fourth one, but hey, I mean, that happens. I did catch this film when it was in theaters. I saw it at a drive-in. It was at the recently closed, I'm very sad to say, Malco Summer Drive-In in Memphis, Tennessee. I saw that with my high school girlfriend. It was a double feature, if I'm not mistaken. It was a double feature of this and Soul Plane. So I'm I laughed thinking about that double feature, but I was very happy to see this. Before I saw it, I thought it was a kids movie based off of the title. Yeah, I know the title doesn't do it the best justice. The second one is great. Three and four are terrible. Exactly, Frog Pop. And then not only that, but to think that this was, I mean, Victor's not going to admit that he stole some of this from the Unsolved Mysteries story of the guy that unalived his wife, and the couple drove by the actual crime scene of him trying to get rid of the body. Hey, Bumper, what's going on, Bumper? Sexy forever. But one thing I really do enjoy about the writing about this is it really did nab the whole adult brother and sister angle of like getting on each other's nerves but still loving each other. I think we all know a pair of siblings like this. That's if we're not this pair of siblings ourselves. Yeah, you just watched that unsolved episode. Yeah, another reason that made me want to watch this was that Michael and Jessica from the Grim Life Collective, they did a video about that unsolved mysteries episode, that story. They went by the actual crime scene, which Unsolved Mysteries actually used in their episode, which is one of the cool things about Unsolved Mysteries. They actually led to the authenticity of using those stories. Painting an interior as usual. Bumper's always hard at work, man. Hey, I'm not mad at that, man. You're always hard on the grind, man. You'll be listening though for sure. Hey, I appreciate that. She wants me, so does Justin Long. Did you have to do a giveaway today? No, no giveaway today, Bumper. No, I haven't done a giveaway today. Did you have? Can I say how amazing everyone is in here? Yes, definitely. I completely agree with that, Josh. I think it's crazy that this was a real life experience. Yeah, I know. Like, and there's something that was just so creepy about that unsolved mysteries episode. You know, the fact that they really did use the real place. So I think that also ties into the creepiness of this film, tied into Victor. You know, it's just one of those things for sure. Yeah, I'm glad that we're here with the GBG guys. It's always something I look forward to. I mean, just some of those moments that were just so grounded in reality, like someone chasing you in a more powerful vehicle. You know, that was very scary, and to think that part that was the real stuff. But yeah, guys. Speaking of, we are doing a goal for this week. So if we receive 5 super chats of $2 or more for this week, well, for this actual showing of Jeepers Creepers, we will actually do a live watch party of Jeepers Creepers 2 right after this. So we will show Jeepers Creepers 2 right after this or tomorrow, depending on what the majority chooses. So that is an option for you guys. Super chats are always optional, but what I'm trying to do is, if you guys are long time subscribers, you all know that I'm trying to get this Lawrence Fishburne autograph and send my posters off to the United Kingdom. So I'm trying to do everything possible to earn those extra funds, guys. So I appreciate your support, whether it be a super chat, a super sticker, whether it be a like. That always goes along. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat, Josh. I really appreciate that $2 super chat will go a very long way with getting my poster to Jolly-O, England. Hey, no worries at all, Tony. Hey, that like goes a very long way as well. So, but I already know you hit the like button, so I really appreciate that, and also you being around to watch, because that also helps out the channel. So never feel bad, guys, if you are unable to send a super chat. I will say definitely a like always helps. But I really appreciate that, Josh. Thank you so much for your contribution in the GBG pot for me obtaining my signature of Lawrence Fishburne. I'm roughly a little over a month away from sending the poster off. So I'm trying to get as much content out there, so be on the lookout for an additional video coming out soon from LA, guys. And we're gonna do our thing, guys. I'm trying to get that Dream Warriors poster signed. They just posted they finished the Ian McKellen signing, and Lawrence Fishburne is next. Yeah, I know, man. I'm so excited for that. Like, oh man, I'm so geeked. But I love the long tradition of Justin Long being mutilated in horror films. Whenever I see Justin in a film, a horror film, I should say, I love how he's just like, all right, is he going to make it to the end of this film? Which in most cases, he's probably not. He's basically like the Sean Bean of horror. Super hyped. Yeah, exactly, man. I can't wait to get my signature on that. Hey, Frog, thank you so much. Frog Pop Fanatic, major love. Thank you so much for this $2 super chat, buddy. I really appreciate that. So we are 2 of the 5 super chats needed, guys, in order for us to show Jeepers Creepers 2 either tonight or tomorrow. I think we should just do tonight if we reach that goal, guys. So we should totally do that. Hey, Josh, thank you so much again for another $2 super chat. You guys are freaking awesome, guys. You guys are some of the most supportive fans. I don't even like to call you guys fans. I like to call you all family, because you totally are family. That's the reason why I wanted to do the Discord, for us all to, be able to keep in touch with each other, because sometimes I know that, it's a bit busy, with each other's lives, and we like to stay up with each other, because, we build those friendships. Bumper, hey, what's going on, Bumper? Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Bumper, I really appreciate your support, buddy. I would take that $5 super chat and put that to some carne asada tacos. But Lawrence Fishburne comes first. But I really appreciate that, Bumper. I can't wait to see you next month, man. We're going to definitely party it up in Arizona. I can't wait. Can sell plasma for the rest. Yeah, I know, right, man? That's going to take me back to my college days, man. I definitely remember selling plasma from time to time when times got pretty rough. Hey, Glass Mountain. What's going on, Glass Mountain? Thanks for being here. Rob and Bumper. You can sell plasma for the rest. Yeah, 2 weeks actually. Yeah, I know, man. We're getting close, man. Hey, Vero, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, Vero. Yeah, get them tacos or auto. Well, I have selection now. Thank you so much, guys. Well, it looks like we will be watching Jeepers Creepers 2. So I'm assuming tonight will be a good time, guys. What are you guys thinking? Hey, what's going on, Angel or Angel? What we are doing is we're watching Jeepers Creepers right now. We're doing a live watch party. You can watch the film along with us on Tubi. If you need a timestamp to sync up to where I am currently, you can definitely ask for that, and I'll let you know where we are. Simply because we can't show the film on YouTube, or else we'll get a copyright strike. But definitely join us and watch Jeepers Creepers. And it looks like we'll be doing Jeepers Creepers 2. I'm guessing you guys will probably want to do it tonight, but let's see what everyone's saying. Shouting out to the West Coast. Yes, definitely. Shout out to the West Coast, Glass Mountain. I will be on the West Coast in Arizona in 2 weeks. I can't wait for Days of the Dead, Arizona, and Mad Monster Party. Going to 2 horror conventions in the same weekend. It is going to be a blast. Yes, the GBG always comes through. Thank you guys so much to the GBG. You guys are absolutely awesome. I really appreciate all of you guys' support, whether it's a like, whether it's sending something in for a giveaway. Speaking of giveaways, a giveaway may be coming up sometime soon, guys. I've been thinking of a perfect time for a giveaway, so be on the lookout for that. Finally getting to meet AB. I know, right? There's going to be AB. I know Bumper's going to be there. I'm trying to get my guy Dave to be there, who did the GBG logo. I'm thinking he's going to be able to show up. If not at a convention, I'm thinking we can get together after one night and just hang out at least. Get a couple of beers and just, shoot the shit. Your room is a vibe, brother. Thank you so much, Glass. Man, I really appreciate that. That's what we try to do. We try to just have a great mix of people that just love horror and just love talking about, these flicks that we, just love. Yes, I'm definitely gonna debate on some carne asada tacos, but I may have to do carne asada tacos to celebrate getting the autograph. Let's get the autograph first. But thank you guys so much again, guys. The super chats go a very long way. I'm still a small creator. So you guys would not believe how much a $2 super chat will do. So don't feel bad of just feeling like, oh man, I can only give $2 if you can only give $2. Trust me, $2 for a small YouTube creator is a lot. You guys don't know unless you are a monetized YouTuber that's still climbing the steps. So thank you guys so much. Like, I can't thank you guys enough. Hey, we got Old Restless in the house. What's going on, Old Restless? How you doing tonight, man? So it looks like we're doing Jeepers Creepers 2 tonight. Hey, let's go ahead and do it, guys. Let's do it right after Jeepers Creepers tonight. You still don't know where he got those peepers? Man, well, at least the creeper came from Victor, and the peepers may have been what his eyes may have seen. Maybe he needs a new set of eyes to start fresh. Hey, thank you so much, Old Restless. Major shout out to Old Restless for contributing to my Lawrence Fishburne pot of getting the poster off to jolly old England. Thank you so much, Old Restless, for your contribution to the channel, in various ways that you do, buddy, man. Whether it's the likes coming through, watching, super chats, just whatever, guys. Like I said, those $2 really help. Like, hey. The only thing that would make it better if it was Tree Fitty. Hey, I'm going to celebrate by playing one of my favorite all-time blues songs by one of my dad's favorite blues artists by the name of Johnny Taylor called "My Last $2" or "Last $2." It's basically about this lady losing all of her money at a casino and basically asking this guy for like $2, $1 for bus fare, and the other dollar for the jukebox to play her some blues. So I'm just like, all right, whenever I think of $2, I think of these last $2. So thank you guys for your $2. You need to start looking into doing YouTube. Hey, do that, Glass Mountain, for sure. Like YouTube is fun, like for real. It's a great way of just building community. You meet some awesome people, like for real. All of these people that are in the chat are people that I know based on doing YouTube, whether or not they were viewers that just stumble across a convention video, a live stream. I either met them at a convention, etc., etc. And the one great thing about the horror convention family is like you meet some really, really cool people. So I'm very grateful for each and every one of you all. Like seriously. Yeah, exactly. Hey, exactly. The Glass Mountain Gang, the GMG. Yeah, for real, Glass. Do it. Man, it's so crazy. But Victor, see, this is how you know Victor is sketchy. Even if you didn't know about his PDF file um history, the fact that this is exactly like the Unsolved Mysteries story, with the abandoned school or church or whatever, and the dumping of the body, and them coming by the dumping of the body, and etc. And he's like, "Oh no, this is an original idea." Come on, dude. Hey, exactly, Glass. For sure. Like, for real. If you aren't subscribed, make sure to subscribe because we are totally the best here. And also, not only that, but join the Discord. There's the link right there. Most of the people that are in this chat are in the Discord, and we love just staying in touch with one another, showing off our collections, just learning about each other, all the cool stuff that we're getting into, and helping each other out. Like for instance, like Josh and Donovan, who goes by Happy Toys and Collectibles, they did each other a solid, man. In regards to convention stuff that needed to be obtained. You know, Bumper will help people with getting autographs if needed. That are part of the GBG family. And we try to help each other out, man. A lot of people send in stuff for giveaways. So it's a great thing. I'm not in this for money. There's not a lot of money in it. I do it for the community and meeting all the great people. But what is a great thing is you meet so many great people who are willing to help you with so many things. I mean to say, like you guys know how much of a huge well, a Nightmare on Elm Street guy that I am. So you guys know that Dream Warriors is my favorite. So getting Patricia Arquette's autograph um, last month was a huge get for me. Um, so now Lawrence Fishburne is my next major get. So the fact that you guys know how much that means to me, are willing to help to obtain that, that signature is just as much you guys' signature as it is mine, because that means, a lot to me. The fact that you guys know that means a lot to me and you want to help me to get that. So, again, guys, thank you so much for being with me every single week, every video. You guys are so dope. Speaking of happy, B, did Donovan tell you what grilled piece he snagged last week? No, what did Donovan end up getting, Josh? You're always down to help drink your beers. Hey, that's why you need to come down to Phoenix, man. We're going to hang out together. I think we're going to definitely do something after, at least I'm thinking maybe after Saturday, or at least something Saturday at Bad Monster or something, because that's where I'm planning on planning on being part of Saturday, and then maybe doing Days of the Dead Saturday because I have a weekend pass, and I could possibly get into the VIP party without having to pay for it. Mainly through connections. Next time we meet up, I'm buying you a drink, buddy. I can't wait to meet everyone in here. Hey, I appreciate that, Josh. Hey, that's why I said your beer guy, your tour guy always appreciates a good beer. I can be paid in beer as well. So if you can't send a $2 super chat, if you could pass me a beer out of your refrigerator, hey, that means the world to me. So cheers, guys. He got a signed Sledgehammer that they only did 25 of, signed by Kathy Bates. You know what? He did mention that. Bro, that is crazy. Exactly, man. A Kathy Bates Sledgehammer. Bro, I would lose it, bro. I mean, Academy Award winner. Misery. Kathy Bates. Sheesh, man. That's killer. Like, you have to display that in such a prominent place. Like that would be like getting a Jack Nicholson signed axe. That would be like very high on my list. Like, I'm, getting like a weapon signed by somebody, where it's just like, okay, well, maybe Nick Castle signing a knife, or, Kane Hodder doing a machete or something like that. Yeah. But for me, Jack Nicholson signing an axe, how many people can say that they have that? So having Kathy Bates sign a Sledgehammer, whew, man, I'm so happy for Donovan getting that. And that's what I love about, being a horror fan and being a collector and things of that nature, is being so freaking happy for your friends that come across those cool items like that. So, man, I can't wait to see pictures of that bad boy. Yeah, I know, right, Vero? That's crazy. He sent you the pics right away from the seller, and your jaw hit the floor. Oh, man, I would have lost it. Like, just scoring, like, oh, congratulations, you have purchased this. Oh, yes. Hey, Lori, what's going on, Lori? Welcome, Lori. So glad to see you here, Lori. Whenever you need a timestamp, please let me know. We are watching Jeepers Creepers. We were only going to see Jeepers Creepers, but we set a goal to see if we could get super chat support to, if we got more, well, if we could get at least 5 super chats of $2 or more, we would show Jeepers Creepers 2. And the GBG, of course, going above and beyond, they have forced my hand, and we are going to watch Jeepers Creepers 2 right after Jeepers Creepers. So, again, guys, thank you so much for your support. But I'll give you a pre-asked for timestamp. We are at 24 minutes and 33 seconds. And if you need another one to catch up, please let me know, guys. Never be too shy or afraid to ask for a timestamp, especially if you are watching on Tubi or through some other ad-filled means. How you doing tonight, Lori? How's everyone doing tonight? Hopefully your week is off to a great start, guys. I'm doing pretty well tonight. I mean, whenever I'm hanging out with the GBG, I am on cloud 9. We're just watching Justin Long getting concussed, falling down the pipe. Yeah, I'm so excited, guys. Like, this is kind of like the lull before the busy season again for me, of like a lot of cons coming up, because I have, of course, Day of the Dead, Phoenix. Mad Mustard Party, Arizona, which is happening the same weekend. Then after that, not the next weekend, I don't believe, but 2 weekends after that, I have Texas Hunters Convention, which is going to be absolutely great. I really love Texas Hunters Convention, and usually I do just one day, so I'm unfortunately unable to get most of the really, really good footage of what's happening. I'm restricted to just one day because usually I will have other obligations going on the exact same weekend. But thankfully, they've moved it to a different venue and they have it going on for a different weekend. So I can't wait for that. And then after that, I will have Houston Horror Film Fest, which is another fantastic horror convention. And I'm still waiting to hear back from CreepyCon in Knoxville, Tennessee, because normally I have media passes, but they normally email those out about a month before the convention. So I still haven't heard back from them. But I love that convention so much that I may still go even if they don't give me media passes, because CreepyCon videos do very well for me in the algorithm for some reason. So it can only, help me. Sure, Lori, I'm at 27 minutes and 10 seconds. We're getting at one of my favorite parts of the film where Justin Long's character explores the underground part of the church where all the bodies that have amassed through the decades. Like, seeing this part in the drive-in was so cool, but also it kind of worked against me in the drive-in because sometimes the ambiance in the drive-in can be a little bit too dark. Sometimes it's not lit correctly to see all of the fine details. So I think it kind of like really added to how creepy it was because I could only vaguely see some of the bodies. And thank you so much for joining the Discord, Frog. It's definitely a good time to join because as the channel gets bigger, as I'm gaining more and more subscribers, I want to eventually make the Discord mutually exclusive to only the earliest supporters, like those of you that are members of the GBG right now, and for those of you that have given your hard-earned money through super chats and such. That's why you guys will have early access like right now. And then eventually, once I shut that off, the Discord will only be available to people who will be members of the channel or for the eventual Patreon that I will do. So that's one of the ways that I want to give back and show you guys, something back for the awesome support that you guys give. Like, I just think of so many ways that I could kind of like give back to you guys. But be on the lookout for a giveaway coming up soon. It will be on an upcoming video. Actually, there's a couple of videos that I'm thinking of that I'm thinking of giving some stuff away for you guys. Because I'll have a few good options. So definitely make sure you're subscribed. Most of you guys are in here are subscribers already. Oh, the urban legend is not an urban legend. There's truth to it. Their class ring. The doomed high school sweethearts. Oh, and he grabbed her head. He left her lovely, lovely head. What does everybody want? What does everybody need? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. That aged myself with that Al Snow Attitude Era reference. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do an amazing giveaway for sure. We got some really cool stuff coming up. Like, it's so crazy to think that I actually have a giveaway box, guys. I have a box full of stuff that I've amassed from conventions that has been given in graciously by GBG members, such as like Happy, Josh, Bumper, Jeff. Like, so many of you all have given in stuff with the intentions of it being given away to other GBG members for your awesome support, guys. Like, it's crazy, guys. Like, I'm just to think that I'm just a small YouTuber, guys. The fact that you guys believe in this channel that much to want to share and do things to help this channel grow is super cool. He's having premonitions of Tusk. I know, right, Tony? like like Tusk. You have this. You have Barbarian. Um, what's the other one? The Christmas movie. He was in a Christmas horror movie. I saw like a world premiere of it at the Telluride Film Festival. Joe Bob just showed it recently. I can't think of it, but that one, he has some pretty gruesome body horror that happens to him. Gotta love him for that. I love the fact that he doesn't take himself too seriously. Hold on, let me go look at it now because it's on my mind now. Let's see. That movie is called It's a Wonderful Knife. That's what it is. I knew it was something like that. Yeah, I saw it at its US premiere, or it may have been its world premiere at the Telluride Horror Film Festival a couple of years ago. I knew Justin Long was going to be in it, so it was just like, all right, there's a good chance that he's going to be horrifically mutilated. And I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say it was very on brand. You just caught up on the last Joe Bob, watched Dark Match. It was okay. Yeah, it was okay. I mean, I think the fact that it was okay is the fact that they kept Chris Jericho's acting down to a bare minimum. They leaned on the chick and the dude from Hills um, as most of the backbone in the story. Yeah, he did just crawl out of a sewer, Andy Dufresne style. Mission Impossible Creeper. He's going back. They always go back for more. I do want to go to some of those filming locations. If I ever go to, well, eventually one of these years, maybe next year, I'll go to Spook Gala. Sure, Tony. I'm at 34 minutes and 50 seconds. I want to go to the Spook Gala horror convention in Tampa, Florida. Well, it won't be named Spook Gala. It'll be named something else. But that's another story. But that's not too far away from the Jeepers Creepers filming location. So I want to go check out some of those as well. Hold it together, dude. So what if you saw like tons of bodies? That's so crazy. This is like prime like iMac era waiting era Justin Long. Jeez, am I gonna get that? Have you seen those cats? Those crazy cats. This is just so weird still. Like, even like 24, 25 years later, the the random magical black lady trope. It's like, oh, how do you know about that special tattoo? Mmm. It's like, lady, if you know about that tattoo, what else do you know about me? From some dark place and time. You never noticed Justin Long's huge earlobes? You know what, Tony? I want to tell you something. I've known you a bit too long now because I read that a little bit too fast, and knowing you, that sentence came out a little bit different. I'm just gonna let you guys come to your own conclusion of what I thought Tony said in that sentence on first glance, knowing Triple T. Now, the fact that it came out that way, I would say that Tony's less than 30 beers in for tonight. And the fact that you guys are laughing too proves my point. I love you guys. Love you guys so much. Because we can joke like this and have these inside jokes amongst the GBG family. Tony says he's cracking up. Only 5 in so far. See, exactly. Now, if he was another 25 beers along, that sentence would have came out exactly like I expected it to. See, exactly. Tony's that crazy cousin now, where we're just like, oh, he's somewhat coherent now. He hasn't been doing too much drinking. Okay, we're cool. We got at least another hour or two. Now, come along, Jeepers Creepers 2 time. We're gonna get Triple T. I'm calling it now. So, when was the first time you guys saw Jeepers Creepers? I definitely saw it. Definitely saw it 2001 ish. I believe it was the summer of 2001. Saw it with my high school girlfriend. It was a summer date, that's for sure. Good cheap date because you can see two movies for like maybe like $5 then. Then not only that, you can sneak in food. Oh man, it was lit, man. I miss that. It's like, hey, you know this, and you know this, man. Driving will never, ever, ever, ever die. That's right. Speaking of that, I'm sad that we're not getting the last drive-in for this week. We're doing it next week instead, which is like basically when I was expecting to, be in Phoenix anyway. So it's like, all right, well, I'm not gonna be able to watch it live anyway. And there, if I'm not mistaken, this they've already teased that Guar is going to be special guest for one of the upcoming weeks. So I'm thinking it may be this upcoming week will be the episode with Guar being the special guest. Guar being the special guest. You know what? I'm just going to leave it as is. I love that. Sometimes things happen by serendipity and they just fit. So Guar being the special guest. That's freaking awesome. Oh, I'm just imagining the shenanigans that are going to go on that set with Guar being there. So I'm very excited. Like, they are the perfect guests to be on that show. I'm the only thing that makes me sad about is the fact that I'm going to be unable to do a live watch party for that. But we may actually just do, because it'll be available to stream anyway. We may actually do that anyway. I'm going to see what the movies are going to be, and we may do that on Discord. I think that would be a fun thing to do, which is another good thing about being a part of the Discord 5. I mean, Frog. Love the townsfolk. The townsfolk are obviously like, well, we know what's going on, but hopefully he doesn't take a liking to any of us. You know what, Lori? We didn't get a chance to get it to work. I'm trying to find a legit workaround. I think I found one that I'm going to do. So I'm going to pick another day for us to do centers. I'm going to try this other method out, which I'm pretty sure is going to work. They should have Guar do another theme song for that night. That would be totally dope. I mean, if you're going to have Guar there, I mean, I would think some sort of musical bit or musical interlude is going to be almost guaranteed. So I can't wait to see what they're gonna come up with. Like I'm so sad I'm not gonna be there to hang out with like AB and them on the Friday for it, because I'm just gonna be so occupied with like just stuff for just hanging out for for the weekend. And not only that, but just trying to get some sort of rest as well, because man, I'm just gonna be going all weekend. Two horror conventions in one. The only thing that makes it kind of easy is the fact that one of the conventions has a no filming during the panels policy. So it's just like, man, it kind of sucks, because I would love to get footage for some of those panels, because they have some very amazing panels, but they're very diligent about no filming, guys. So I'm like, oh well, okay, fine. And with Days of the Dead, I'm very cool with Summer, who's the woman that does the panels there. So there's never a problem with me filming. In most cases, I'm able to help her and ask questions. She normally calls upon me to ask questions and such. You know what, man? I really should get some of those Ray-Ban spy glasses for that. Strictly for that. I want to so bad in some cases, because it's just like, dude, it's a panel. I could see if it was like the celebrities table or something like that. But that may be equipment that I will be getting down the line. The first next thing that I will be getting as far as like equipment will be a microphone. But let's get this Lawrence Fishburne autograph out of the way, and then we'll move up towards that. But I think that'll be definitely the next piece of equipment that I'll add for the channel for sure, is a microphone, because having great audio is huge, and especially during the panels. So I'm looking forward to that. Uh oh. Sorry, police. Yeah, so did you guys answer what was your first time seeing this? Did anyone else see this in theaters? Who saw this in theaters? Who saw this on rental? Or who saw this on television for the first time? I just happened to see this in theaters. One of my drive-in experiences. Man, it makes me so sad to know that that drive-in is closed down now. You saw it in theaters when it first came out. Dope, dope, frog. You think someone in your family rented it? Yeah, it was it was definitely a bright spot coming out of the 90s to where it was just like, oh wow, this is a pretty original flick. And then you find out more about the director and such, and you're just like, oh, that's nasty. So, um, I don't necessarily have that embargo on the Jeepers Creepers films as I do with Clown House. Now, I can't bring myself to watch Clown House. I mean, knowing what went on, during that set. So, I can't go that far. And then knowing just like the fact of like them having like that kid in its underwear and stuff like that, and it's just like, yeah, that's just a little bit too much for me. But Jeepers Creepers, on the other hand, I'll watch. Jeepers Creepers 2, I'll watch. Oops, sorry. Just had to sneeze there. Your brother had rented it one night. I've only seen the first one though. Okay, cool, cool. You know what? The second one is pretty good as well. Some people think the second one is actually better. I'm not sure on which one I like better. I think they're both like on par in regards to you know, how I feel about them. I think they're definite equals, like Godfather 1 and 2, in regards to like, oh, which one's better? There's no right or wrong answer with that. I do remember going into this, it's going to suck, but at the end, I was like, this was solid. Yeah, for real. Same here. I had no real high expectations for it. It was just like, all right, there's a horror movie showing. It's going to be at the drive-in. I can watch two movies with, my high school girlfriend. So, cheap date. And, seeing a horror flick at a drive-in, whether it's good or bad, I mean, you're going to add points by watching it at the drive-in. Oh, sucking tongue. I really like the second one. I agree, both are equally as good for me. Yeah, for real, Frog. They both go so well together. I mean, the second one does a great job of expanding the mythology. Um, I care about the characters more in part one than I do part two, but you get more fun deaths in part two. I mean, Jeepers Creepers 2 does exactly what you're supposed to do with a horror sequel. Did you give your girlfriend kissy wissies at the movies? If we're putting it lightly, yes. Yes, I will say that. But as a 16 going on 17-year old, when you only have access to so many places as a teenager, to the opposite sex, um, kissing, kissing. That's what I've been kissing, kissing. That's what I've been missing, as the Shining remake would say. I remember the trailer and I thought, what a stupid name for a movie. And then after I saw it, the title worked, so I loved the movie right away. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was familiar with the song because my sister used to always like jokingly sing that song to me as a kid. So we had an inside joke with it. So I'm just like, wow, someone used that song as a name for a horror movie. Okay. But then you see where they're going with it. And you're just like, oh, okay, I get that. Yeah, I totally agree with that as well, Frog. But this is totally a great example of how you could just really craft a really good horror film with just having great story, a very solid cast, and you don't really have to have a lot of money. This made so much money on its budget. Like, this really didn't have much of a budget. I love how she's like, "What do you want?" Yeah, there was a lot of and not only just stupid names, but just very. There were a lot of names that didn't really take a lot of effort. Like the Boogeyman, or I did like Darkness Falls, but the thing about Darkness Falls is if you're gonna have a movie about the Tooth Fairy, I think there are a lot more names that would be a bit more on brand that could be pretty cool that you could use for that. Darkness Falls is something I would think more in regards to like vampires. I think that's an awesome name for a vampire flick. For like a 30 Days of Night type flick, totally perfect for that. But if I told you, hey, we're gonna see this movie called Darkness Falls. Oh, what's that about? A evil tooth fairy. Wait, what? Yeah, exactly. I really liked Darkness Falls as well. Like for that era of like early 2000s horror flicks, there were some that slipped underneath the radar. Now they're not like great, but if you're looking for something that's pretty decent for that era, totally Darkness Falls. And then you had certain films that had like good scenes or good moments, but couldn't necessarily hold up to it. Like in regards to that era, like Fear.com. Pretty cool premise, a little bit too similar to The Ring, but they had like one good scene in Fear.com. Couldn't hold up the aspect. Going back to the film I mentioned earlier, The Boogeyman, great opening. The opening to The Boogeyman, the like 2002, 2003 Boogeyman, whatever year it came out, that opening scene, freaking fantastic. Everything else in that film, and I rarely say this, everything else in that film, trash. Like just save your time. Watch the opening scene and just say, "Oh, this is a very cool short film." Granny Steadily with that shoddy. You forgot about Darkness Falls. That was pretty good, but I agree about the title. Exactly, Lori. Because it's easy for you to forget about it because of the name. You're just like, oh, what was that film? And then someone reminds you, oh yeah, it was called Darkness Falls. And then you're just like, why would they name it Darkness Falls? Now I understand, yeah, the Tooth Fairy only came out at night, because of the lore for the Tooth Fairy and everything of that nature. But they could have there's some sort of alternative title that they could have came up with in this world of this film could have been named this or this film could have been named that. I like to think that somebody in the executive boardroom could have came up with something a bit more creative. Or name a movie each the movie can suck popcorn. Yeah, I mean, hey, I mean that has my ticket. You're gonna get me. You're gonna sucker me in there to at least buy one ticket. I like this part too. This part was pretty creepy too. And then another thing, it really sucks that Victor kind of sullied this because Jonathan Breck, he is such a nice guy, totally awesome guy. Seeing him at cons, he does so great as the creeper, and he's such a just sweetheart of a guy. So whenever I see him at a con, he always has big smile on his face. Um, he's always very gracious with his fans. And I liked how like relentless the creeper was as well. Like you weren't getting away from this dude. Just when you think, oh well, I'll just hit him with the car. This dude has a Wolverine healing powers, so he's not playing around. I love how they're playing like a game of chicken right here. All right, who's gonna win out here? What are you gonna do here? Oh, this dude's like it's like that Kobe Bryant commercial when he jumped the car. The fact they let him direct again, yeah, yeah, exactly right, Tony. And that's why I said in the Discord. Sometimes I never really understood the saying. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Until you realize that how did Victor Salva end up directing more films after he did what he did? And then you find out, he is very cool with Francis Ford Coppola, one of the most powerful directors in the industry. Oh, oh, okay, I get it. So, yeah, you're right, man. And then other people can do something way less egregious. Someone can just make just a random statement about something, or someone can do something that's a bit off kilter one time and never work again. It's crazy. Yeah, man. Like people need to get their priorities straight, man. And now my thing is like, hey, I understand people are entitled to work. People are entitled to make a living. But my thing is like, hey, if you do something like that, you need to make it your business for the rest of your life, making it up to the victims that you transgressed against. So like the money that he's making should go to that guy who was a young boy when Victor did what he did to him. A portion of his payment should always go to that guy. Because, I mean, that guy's affected for life. And then not only that, but, the fact that you should try to make amends for other people. Hey, brother, hey, you're going to get out there and volunteer the rest of your time, man. If you want to work in this business again, you're going to make it up to as many people as possible. I get during your time, but when it comes to that, yeah, man. Hey, I feel you on that. But the only thing that gives me pause with that is I know how many dudes that are like that because another guy got to them when they were young and it screwed up their mind. So I try to keep that in mind where it's like, you know what? You're not all effed up, even though someone did something effed up to you. Boogeyman, Bug, and the Woman in Black were probably one of the few movies I did. Yeah, The Woman in Black. The Woman in Black's ending was just really interesting. I was just like, It got really deep, really heavy towards the end of The Woman in Black. It's like I wasn't expecting all of this. It's like all this trauma. They should have came with a trigger warning. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's what happened to my brother. He didn't do it, but he was all yeah, yeah, man. Like I know guys that had stuff happen to them as a kid, and like you said, they've never acted on impulses, but if that's like your first experiences as a kid, that's kind of messed up, and your stuff's going to be kind of screwed up in a way. The closest thing that I can kind of equate that to without getting too crazy is it's kind of like a lot of girls that I went to school with that were a bit more down south. We had a term called fast. Some of them just had experiences a bit too young placed on them by guys that were way older that shouldn't have. So the way that they thought of expressing affection were certain ways that weren't appropriate for teenage girls to do. So it's like you said, man. It's a sad world, man. It's a sick, sad world, and all I can say is, man, I watch my kid like a hawk because I know. What I hate is the maps movement. These people who think it's okay to be, bro, man. You know what? I used to think that was a joke in South Park with Nambla and stuff like that, and then I'm like, oh no, that's a real organization. That's crazy. Yeah, man. It's one of those things that as someone that was a kid that used to go to like websites like rotten.com and stuff like that, I used to think that was like the sickest stuff that you could like come across. And then you find out about other things, and you're just like, ooh, yeah, maybe I should not go outside ever again. Yeah, and it kills me how the people are just like, oh my gosh, you watch horror movies all the time, you must be messed up. I'm like, no. If I read about the stories that are really happening in real life, that's what's messed up. Yeah, exactly, like Ride.com, and there were a few other ones that were middle school favorites. Where you're just like finding out about the world, and there was a lot of crazy stuff that they were putting on the internet at that time. And the internet was like the wild wild west. It was more so like the dark web than than it is now. Now you get more censoring and things of that nature, trigger warning, and oh, you can't say this, you can't say that. Man, be on the internet around 1998, 1999, 2000. That will toughen you right on up. You still we need a true crime channel. No, I see it. No, I saw it. I remember it. We may end up doing that, man. And you don't have to take down any polls, man. You can always feel free to put up a poll and things of that nature. Yeah, man, like 98, 99, 2000, man. Man, being on the internet then, man, I was being a teenager and having that access to the world, man, it was crazy. Seeing pixelated boobs whenever I wanted to, man, what is this world? Hey, Sean, what's going on, Sean? Welcome, welcome. And we got Kimberly that joined and subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing. We're watching Jeepers Creepers, guys. If you need a timestamp, let me know. You can find the film on Tubi to watch for free if you don't have it available on DVD, Blu-ray, VHS, etc., etc. Right now, I'm at 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 35 seconds. But if you need an updated timestamp, if you want to continue watching with us, feel free to ask for one. Right after this, we will be watching Jeepers Creepers 2. Thanks to you all's generous super chat donations tonight, which is going towards me obtaining Lawrence Fishburne's autograph at his upcoming convention appearance in England. So thank you guys again so much for your support, whether it's a like, whether it's sharing the video, whether it's just watching along and commenting. All of this helps the algorithm get the channel out there to other people that enjoy horror and may want to hang out and vibe with us. So, again, guys, thank you so much for joining with us here on this Monday night. We love watching horror movies on here. I do horror movie related content. I go to horror movie conventions, filming locations, businesses, anything related to horror. You can find some of it here on the GBG. The poll was mostly to make fun of me with the dong part. I was like, this isn't my Discord. Hey man, you are a member of the GBG. If anything seems too crazy, trust me, I will make sure to take it down. But you're Triple T. We know to expect some dong talk from you. Like, I'm just surprised he hasn't been called Justin Dong tonight. So you're being on your best behavior, Tony. Man, this jail scene was pretty cool too. So hey man, that foot man, you thought about it so many times. Hey man, I know you were fighting your nature, man. I appreciate you for the effort that it took for you to not reach for the low hanging fruit. I'll give you that, Tony. Tony's like, I'm a bit more highbrow than that. Where'd you get those peepers? Like, I totally want to make a Jeepers Creepers like parody of Triple T, and he's collecting dongs. Jeepers Peckers. Yeah, I love how this movie is another example of the most disorganized police ever. Let's make it happen. Hey, trust me, we're gonna make that happen, guys. Yeah, this might as well have been the police department in Terminator. Like all of these bodies, just for nothing, because you guys are absolutely worthless in this situation. It's like the weirdest body armor. This is a great way of building suspense for this scene. Yeah, Killer Clowns Police for real. Just totally inept. That's what I'm telling you guys. I'm definitely going to make my Police Academy style short film about horror police reform. It's crazy because there was another short film idea that I had revolving around a horror convention, and this is it's just being greenlit for a horror convention related film. I forgot who they said was involved in it. Oh my gosh, but they did have some notable names in it, to where I'm just like, oh, okay, that's actually respectable. But it was basically where it was going to be like like a horror film actress goes to a horror convention, and then like a killer for one of her movies or someone from her past comes back to try to get her or something to that effect. And I'm just like, wow, that's pretty much the premise that I was thinking of. But I'm very interested in seeing how it's going to come out, though. Bust out the fire hose they used on Rambo. Oh man, it's been a while, and it's so funny that you mentioned Rambo. It's been a while since I've seen the First Blood films, so I really do need to do a First Blood marathon sometime soon. You're down to be in it, Triple T? All right, yeah, for real, man. Hey, I'm gonna call upon you guys, even if it calls upon if it just needs for you guys to shoot remotely. Yeah, I love First Blood. I mean, First Blood is just such a dope film. Yeah, we may have to do that. That may have to be like on a Discord live watch party. And just to think, like, First Blood is totally not a kids' film, but how many kids knew about John Rambo? Like in the '80s, we knew about so much stuff we had no business knowing about at our ages. Whether it be Die Hard, First Blood, we're not even counting horror films. We're just regular, action films at that time. Terminator, etc., etc. When I was a kid, all the video games my dad would buy me were military games. Yeah, exactly. Like Rambo, Operation Wolf, Contra, 1942, or was it 1941? Whichever one of those games were. Like tons of military games. I love how the creepers like, you miss me. He'd also buy me horror games though, cause he knew it was, hey, that's a good pops, man. Where he's just like, all right, man, I'll get you this because you're into it. I love how he's like, girl, you're not my type. I like the creeper's method to his madness because, for one, he's totally the type of person you should be afraid of. But you have generally nothing to fear unless he takes a liking to you. He's basically that dude in prison. He's like, okay, he's cool. I just don't want him to take a liking to me. Just all of a sudden, he starts looking at you from across the room, and you're like, wait a second. Who, me? Oh, man. Yeah, how the hell are you not going to be holding at least a chair leg? Yeah, exactly. Some sort of weapon. Asian dude winked at you. Now, that is totally a real life jail story there. That's just one of those ones that's just too weird to not be real. Just like, yeah, some random Asian guy was winking at me. And notice where is this happening at? In jail. See? Stay woke. Oh man. So you get a good sniff. Yeah, the creep's definitely a panty sniffer. For sure. It was when you were getting let out. He waited too long to make his move, man. Yeah, exactly. We'll be friends from a distance. You know, I don't mind a friendly hello from way afar. Saying hello to me at a sports bar, saying hello to me at a horror con, saying hello to me at jail. Let's not do that. I'm gonna keep my eyes forward right here, and you do the same. Poor Derry. Nah, he wants dairy. This dude's not lactose intolerant at all. Give him all the dairy. You know what, those to be 24, almost 25 year of CGI, those wings are actually pretty okay. I'm more mad that you can see his contacts more than the wings. But sometimes that just happens with high definition. Yeah, man, those shirts were very nice, very of the time, for sure. Very 2001, 2002 ish. And that was the last time I saw my brother. Well, normally when you have a rough night in jail, it means something a little bit different. But I mean, hey, that's still quite the story to tell, right? You were a man dime. So Tony was putting it on him then. Tony was like, man, I was swimming in dong, man. Love you, Tony. Barbara, you still doing some pain out there, man? Poho County. It just hit my face because I swim with my head out. Hey, no worries at all. Happy. Hey, man. Actually, you still can, man. We're doing Jeepers Creepers 2 right afterwards, man. It was supposed to be just Jeepers Creepers 1, but thanks to the GBG and their support, I received enough super chats in order to do an extra film right after this. So it's only right that we do Jeepers Creepers 2 right afterwards. So you're right on time, buddy. You are right on time. Yeah, so we are just about to end Jeepers Creepers. And of course, what we'll do is we'll take our quick interlude afterwards, and then we will get geared up for Jeepers Creepers 2. Glad to have you in here, Donovan. Hopefully, you're having a good night, man. Having a great night with the fam, man. You know how we do it here in the GBG. Yeah, that was such a creepy ending to it, too. Poor Justin Long. When will he ever make it out of a horror film with all of his body parts? I mean, you gotta give it to the creeper though. He's quite the craftsman. I mean, he does do upcycling, even though he may have obtained his materials through less than ethical means. But hey, I mean, hey, we all try to do what we can. Nobody's perfect. Those peepers. Where'd you get those eyes? So, yay, I got new eyes. Dude, next time just get contacts. Just get less effort. Oh man. Have you ever met the boogeyman before? Yeah, that was a fun flick. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool, man. That's a good horror flick. You know, it gave me everything that I was needing at that time. Because generally, at that time, you didn't really get too many good flicks in the theater that were horror. that you would just say, oh, well, I'm comfortable spending money going to see this. You had other ones like, another one that comes to mind is 13 Ghosts. I really, really enjoyed 13 Ghosts when I saw it. There are a few other ones that come to mind, but definitely it's nowhere near like what we're getting now. And also the 2010s. The 2010s were also a very good decade for horror. I mean, better than the 90s and 2000s for sure. So I'm glad that we're on the upswing as horror fans. That's not true. Mr. Perfect can throw a football 60 yards and catch his own throat. Well, exactly. I mean, but if only we could all be Kurt Hennig. Yeah, I love 13 Ghosts, right? 13 Ghosts is such a fun one. Such a good horror movie. It was fun watching it again. It's been a couple years. Hey, I'm glad to hear that, Frog. Hey, and definitely stick around. We're going to watch Jeepers Creepers 2 here in a moment. So what we're going to do is we're right at one past the hour. So we're gonna do our quick interlude, and we will come back to start the film at 10 past the hour. So that gives us roughly 8 minutes to go ahead and grab some snacks. Go ahead, go to our bathroom breaks, all the other stuff that we may need to do in the meanwhile. So, guys, I'm looking forward to more fun with you all here on the GBG, the Horror Greenbook, and our Jeepers Creepers live watch party. We just ended Jeepers Creepers 1, so we're going to go to Jeepers Creepers 2 here shortly. And you're right, Tony. The cell was very mid, but the effects were very cool. The sets were very cool, and the wardrobe was cool. I'll give them that. Everything else, blah. But hey, we will be back here shortly, guys. Enjoy your intermission, and we will be back with Jeepers Creepers 2. Hey, what's up, travelers? We are back here in the Scary Sanctuary, ready to bring to you Jeepers Creepers Part 2. Alright, guys, so this is a fun one. This is what I think is a very worthy sequel. I'm glad that we are able to hang out and watch this one as well. So, is everyone queued up? I'm going to make sure everyone's all set. Give you a couple of more minutes. Let's just say we'll go ahead and start the movie at 13 past the hour, just in case anyone's lagging a little bit behind, anyone's system's not working with them to the best of their abilities. I know these things happen. You don't think you've seen it? Oh, nice, nice. This is a pretty fun one. And, this one really ramps up all the stuff from part one. It just gives you what you want out of the sequel for sure. So, this one's a pretty fun one. I remember seeing this one on rental. I came home from school and a group of friends were watching it, and I remember seeing the first one and liking the first one. I, just didn't expect the second one to be anywhere near as decent or as enjoyable as the first one, and I was wrong. I really liked part two a lot, so I'm glad to watch this with you guys. I'm not as familiar with part two as I am with part one, but every time I watch it, I'm just like, oh yeah, this is a pretty good one. So, no, same director and writer is Sawa's baby. I think we don't get another one and another director until I think part four, I believe. I think that's when it just got too crappy that even Victor himself was just like, I'm not, I'm not touching this. Yeah. So he directs three as well, but he was working with like sci-fi channel budget then. I remember seeing part three, and I was intrigued that it being a sci-fi channel movie. All right, guys, go ahead and press play. Yeah, this was a pretty fun one. But it's also kind of creepy knowing that who the director is, and knowing that this movie's about this particular one is about high school aged boys being in danger. If you think about it, and I'm like, oh, okay, something Victor knows a lot about. Every 23rd spring, it gets to eat for 23 days. The only thing that'll make it more fun if it was doing is 23 year, 23-day killing spree, wearing a Michael Jordan jersey. Or LeBron James. Day 22. He's been living high on the hog, man. Queen James. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is a cool start to the film as well. So, wait a second. I don't remember that scarecrow. Hold up. Yeah, those scarecrows kind of suck. like Jeepers Creepers, but this one's a bit more fun. Like it gets to the action a bit more fast, and also not only that, but higher body count. It's like, why would I be messing with the post puncher? They definitely get the siblings right with these movies. So, has anyone besides Frog and me seen this film? I don't think Tony's seen it, and I don't think Lori said she's seen it. Okay, Happy seen it. Okay, sweet. So it's good to know we have a few people in here that have seen it as well. Like, they really get to it. And I like when sequels get to that because, you know, they already expect us to already be familiar with the previous installment. So they're just like, all right, let's give them what they want. This kid could have played like a young Ric Flair in a biopic. I love how we see a little bit more of the creeper's personality in this one as well. Like we get little hints of his personality in the previous one, but with this one you're just like, all right, he's clearly messing with us right now. Yes, I agree, Tony. Major shout out to everyone that definitely gave super chats tonight. It really means a lot to me. Like you guys went above and beyond the goal. You know, I was just trying to get a little engagement in regards to, you know, just five $2 super chats. And, you know, Josh gave multiple ones. Uh, you know, a couple of you went beyond the $2 goal that I was asking for. So, however way that you guys help, again, I cannot overstate how much it means to me because um, I really want to get this Lawrence Fishburne autograph. So the fact that you know you guys are willing to put your hard-earned money to help me achieve this goal means a lot to me. And not only that, but it's extra time for me to hang out with you guys. So I really appreciate it. So thank you guys again so much. Whether it's a like, a comment, a subscribe, you're sharing, telling your friends about the channel, joining the Discord, it all plays its part into helping this channel. And nothing is too small for helping this channel, guys. That's why I tell you, like, whether it's you know, sending a $2 super chat, you guys may think, oh, it's just $2. You know, how much could this really mean? Trust me, as a small YouTuber, it goes a lot further than you think. So, I definitely tell people that people aren't really into YouTube to make money unless they're one of those channels that's in like the hundreds of thousands. And when I mean hundreds of thousands, I'm not meaning low hundreds of thousands, like 500,000 on up. They're probably not living in regards to like having to be forced to make a lot of content as often to survive. So, needless to say, those $2 super chats go far on this little channel. Yes, $2 definitely make me holler. Definitely. This is your first double feature, either you and the GVG. This is fun. Great to watch these again. Hey, thank you so much, Frog. Hey, I appreciate that. That's what we try to do here on this channel. We like to just have a good group of people and get together. I try to do every week, but during convention season, it makes it kind of hard to try to rush to put out a video very quickly in order to, push it out immediately. And we normally try to do our live watch parties on Mondays. Sometimes we do disgraceful double features on Tuesdays, sometimes Wednesdays, depending on the schedule. But definitely subscribe and make sure that the bell is turned on so that you are notified whenever some new content is coming. Sure, Lori. I am at, let me see, 9 minutes and 35 seconds. Just got done painting. Oh, man. It sounds like it was a long one, man. How long were you painting, Bumper? Yeah, exactly. We're definitely glad you're here, Frog. And hopefully you'll be able to hang out often. I know everyone has their own lives and stuff. So sometimes, some of us are able to come in here every week. Some of us every, so often. So I always say, whether you're dropping by for a couple of minutes before you're, going off to go hang out with friends or family, or you're just showing up before you go to bed for the night, always come through and say what's up, and show some love for a bit, and it means a lot to us. We always like to stay in touch with everyone that drops by. So glad that you're here, Frog. 12 hours of pain, Bumper. Man, you were really putting in some work, brother. I've watched your YouTube videos, but I'll definitely be in more of these watch parties now. Hey, I'm glad to hear that, Frog. Thank you so much for your support. Yeah, we try to have some fun here on the live watch parties. I want to give people a chance to kind of like chat with me a bit more often. I don't think I'm anyone special or anything like that, but I know that there are people that watch the videos, and sometimes they want to be able to just chat with a person whose videos they watch and whose channel they support, and maybe talk about some of the things that they saw in a video, or talk about a movie that we may have thoughts on and things of that nature. So this is all something that I think is extremely important to me. So yeah, feel free to come through anytime for a live watch party. This channel rules because you can be yourself. Yeah, exactly. I want everyone to just be themselves, just unwind, just hang out and vibe. Like I've always said in numerous live watch parties like this, is that I kind of want to give that feeling of just hanging out with your friends. You're renting a couple movies, um, or you just watching a couple movies all together. You got a couple pizzas, you got a couple of beers, whatever you're drinking, whatever you may be smoking, just whatever. You're just vibing. So I kind of want to give that feeling every single week for those of you guys that support the channel. Yeah, I've seen this movie once a million years ago. Yeah, I pretty much figured that you probably have at least once or twice. Bring your moms and dads from. you you're totally that one that all the families would love. You may have one or two parents that are just like, man, I don't know about that Anthony kid. It's a bit weird. But for the most part, everybody was just like, okay, yeah, I love Tony. Yeah, those are the best times, just hanging out, watching movies. Yeah, for real, Lori. Speaking of that, I just did something like that yesterday with a local group here in DFW. I'm a part of this Joe Bob group at Facebook, and one of the guys, he made a post where he was looking for local mutants. That's what we call ourselves in the Joe Bob last drive-in space. And he was saying that he had access to a theater, and he kind of wanted to do like a semi-private group where we would get together at least once a month and just watch films and just crack open a couple of beers, order some food, things like that. And I'm just like, you know what, that is totally my type of vibe. They just did the first one yesterday. Other than the guy who ran it and his girlfriend, I would say that it grabbed maybe three, four, five, six, seven, 8 people, which is a great first showing. So 10 people total watching The Mangler yesterday. So that was a lot of fun. It's been forever since seeing The Mangler, and seeing it with a group like that, even though it's not a high quality film, the moments that you're supposed to laugh at, you laugh a little bit harder with a crowd of people. So um, I'm looking forward to them doing a bit more of that. Next time, I'm definitely going to bring my cooler and bring some more alcoholic beverages, maybe order a pizza or two, just to kind of, get the vibes going there. I remember this one mom asked her daughter about me. You don't like this. I can totally see that happening. Yeah, bro. I was trying to get this job done in 3 days, so we'll pay for my map. Yeah, exactly. I feel you that. Yeah, for Midsummer Scream. Hey, yeah, I feel you on that, man. It's nothing like that, man. That's kind of like what I'm trying to do here with the live watch parties and stuff like that, man. I'm trying to get some extra funds through super chats and the generous donations of the GBG to help me obtain this Lawrence Fishburne autograph. So I'm trying to give you guys more content that you would enjoy, just more live watch parties, extra films, things of that nature. Try to give something back to you guys as you guys so graciously give to me. I do. I get. Yeah, exactly. I did get my tickets for 3 cons. Now I gotta grab some hotel spots. Yeah, for real, man. It adds up. So I definitely try my best to like say, okay, maybe I'll have some extra time. Maybe do a few extra live watch parties for you guys. So whether I get super chats or not, it helps with ads and things of that nature and getting more subscribers. So it all pays dividends in the long run. Yeah, I know Bumper's gonna get some really cool signed for sure. But yeah, definitely can't wait to get this poster signed by Lawrence. He definitely has a nice spot on my Dream Warriors poster that needs to be filled by him. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing Bumper's John Carpenter signatures. Vampires and body bags, very good ones. Yeah, especially on that body bags poster you got, man. That's gonna be beautiful. Oh yeah, definitely doing Dream Warriors for sure. I wish I had enough money to get an Event Horizon one signed. Event Horizon would be freaking dope. Yeah, like If I could get Event Horizon signed as well and get like Sam Neill's signature, that would be a dream as well. You know what? We're gonna call him Fish Urine from now on. Yeah, I got a great neon apple green marker for that, man. I can't wait to see that signature, man. And I figured you're gonna get Body Bag signed because if I'm not mistaken, I think that's one of like your favorite film anthologies, your horror film anthologies. But yeah, man, I cannot wait to see that. That's gonna be absolutely beautiful. Yeah, fish urine. Oh, restless. I love how old restless just pops up with the fish urine. That's what I want, and I have Event Horizon. I've been asking Sam on Instagram. Yeah, I know, Bumper. If I could get Sam and Lawrence on Event Horizon, bro, that would make me so happy. I would be ecstatic. So, but if I could, Dream Warriors, it would be the more important one to grab right now for me as a completionist, or as much as a completionist as I could be with that film. Um, Event Horizon would be freaking just like so badass to look back on. Like if I could get him and Sam on something. So definitely keep asking Sam, and I may have to join you in on that. Somebody's going to get lucky enough to get Sam to a convention. I'm probably wouldn't be surprised if it were an international con like For the Love of Horror or that big horror convention in Scotland. Big names in it. Most are still alive. Yeah, and obtainable. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. So I would love to get Event Horizon. Like if I could, Wes Toby, Peter Jackson, all in one. Yeah, exactly. Like body bags would be awesome. It is a beautiful poster. I love how this film also teaches you the importance of metalworking. It's a great skill to have. If I was famous, one out of every 1,000 autos, I would use my left hand so it come out as. It's like, did they use an auto? Did they use an auto pin for this? What's going on? Or you could just do like you could just be like the drummer from Def Leppard and just one handed from now on, and then your left hand is as good as your right hand with signatures. And it's talking white boy Barnes. Ooh, got some social commentary here. The white dude getting held back. The ACDC drummer you met was a lefty. Dope, dope. That's so cool, man. I have a good buddy that's like a major ACDC fan. So I know he would have loved that experience. And then the fact that you got Maximum Overdrive poster sign, that's sick. Yeah, and I'm speaking as a lefty, so that's always cool to know other people that are lefties. Sure, it's because it's the worst you've seen. Got the Justin Long cameo. Like that part just never made any sense. It's like turn around, turn around, turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit. And a body part comes up missing. Turn around. Little Aaron Carter. Has anyone here seen Laird the White Worm? Oh man, I've watched that more than a few times. Yeah, Hugh Grant. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, but yeah, I love that film. Trying to find it on Blu-ray. Another dog lover. Tony's like takes one to know one. Just when we thought we were going to make headway, popped another tire. You scored today on Highway to Hell movie on Blu-ray. It's worth 89. You grabbed it at auction for 23. Oh, that's a major score for real, man. Lockbox. Street Salvation. Was that was that Hugh or was that Eddie Murphy? I thought that was Eddie Murphy. I think for Hugh it's just a black chick. Oh wow, okay. Man, that's crazy. I definitely remember Eddie. Yeah, because I remember Hugh, but I thought it was just a black chick. So it was a chick, Rustless. We're gonna get down to the bottom of this. I love how like the creeper has his own ninja stars made out of body parts. It's very Ed Gein. So Hugh just picked up a hooker. I remember it differently. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I think it was just a regular chick because I remember her mugshot, and she kind of almost like got famous off of that. I think it was more so Hugh got famous because he was pretty much married to like one of the hottest chicks of all time, and it just proved to people that hey, just because you have perfect eye candy on your arm doesn't mean that she gets nasty the way you want it. Sometimes you gotta pay somebody for that. So that's what Hugh proved. Eddie proved that sometimes people have certain kinks. I think Eddie said he was trying to give her a ride. Basically the same excuse that Teddy Pendergrass gave because Teddy Pendergrass got caught doing the same thing. That's how he ended up paralyzed because he was in an accident with a lady that ended up not being born a lady. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. Bumper says he's okay in my book. Oh yeah, so not a dong brother, not a Eskimo dong brother. Yeah, she became like a D-list celeb. Yeah, you're right, Restless. That's what I remember. She became like sort of kind of famous off of that. High probably because that was Dre then. Yeah. So Donnie Partridge got caught. That makes sense. I think I remember hearing about that scandal. Yeah, Eddie definitely got caught with that. Hey, no worries, Lori. 28 minutes and 20 seconds, Lori. He likes that accent, oh Restless. That's what it is. Let me find out. Tony has a thing for a British gentleman. Yeah, exactly, man. This dude was married to Elizabeth Hurley, and this was like prime Elizabeth Hurley at that time too. Like she was, this is like right around like Bedazzled. This may have been like shortly. It was right around the time of Bedazzled, and she was the best thing about Bedazzled. So yeah, exactly. He's British, so similar. No worries at all, Lori. It's the accents. It's the British politeness. Yeah, I remember too. Yeah, I remember when Leno asked him about that. Bro, I'll never forget that as a kid because I had a huge crush on Elizabeth Hurley. As far as I remember, Elizabeth Hurley's actually still holding on pretty well. So I'm like, Hugh, you kind of messed that up, buddy. If I'm not mistaken, I'm like Elizabeth Hurley's like early 60s now, something like that. She's doing damn well. Yeah, she just turned 60. Hugh, you messed up, buddy. That's where you got. That's why you gotta let your woman know about your kinks, man. She may be down for them. You don't like the rotten teeth. That's why you gotta put veneers on them now, Tony. It's because they don't have fluoride in their water. Poor guy recently set himself on fire and fell down a mountain. Jay's, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, yeah, man. Jay looked pretty beat up, man. You can guarantee Jay knows your uncle. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Why do you say Jay knows your uncle? What does your uncle do? I think I remember you said your uncle does something. I think you may have mentioned that, Tony. Okay, I just spilled a lot of beer. Oh well, wouldn't be the first time. Scotty, get on it. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. How many people know that reference? I love Conan. Conan is the consummate class act. And I used to be a huge Jay Leno fan until Jay pulled what he did on Conan when Conan was taking over the Tonight Show, and Jay just decided, oh no, I'm gonna come back. You're not handling this the way people are liking, so I'm gonna come back. I never liked that. And ever since then, I kind of like turned on Jay. You know, I've always dug Conan and Conan's humor. So I'm glad that he kind of bounced back and did his own thing on TBS. My uncle was famous for off-road racing transmissions. He flew out to meet what's his face from Home Improvement. Did the '89 Batmobile. Yo, that's dope. That's right, Bumper. Scotty doesn't know. Hey, Frog. Hey, true, 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 true. Those of culture know all about Scotty doesn't know. Jay couldn't have done it without EBC. Yeah, exactly. NBC definitely gave him the leeway to come back for sure. Most definitely Restless, because they weren't happy with the numbers, and I mean, corporations are gonna do what corporations are gonna do. But I think Jay should have been like, nah, man, let him handle that. You seen Ellen live? When did you see Ellen live? Who were the guests there? Yo, Eurotrip is such a funny flick. You're right, especially when they get to like Amsterdam and stuff like that. Yo, that's crazy, Bumper. That's the best time to be there, man. You lucked up, man, for real. What did you get, man? What items did you get? Do you remember? Man, 2,000 in gifts. Whew. Bumper, you got some stories to tell, man. Bon Jovi and Colin Farrell, yo, man, that definitely beats some of the more lame guests that Ellen would get at times. And then like you said, you went through a prime time to actually go. Hey, I'll take 2K in socks and drawers. I wouldn't have to worry about. Hey, as a man, 2K in socks and drawers is enough for a lifetime. We can make those stretch. We'll stretch one pair of underwear for like a decade. So 2K, that would be enough for me and every other man in Texas. Printer, laptop, 300 in Zappos car, and some. Bro, yeah, that's a score, man. That's a major score. Mark Wahlberg was the guest when you saw Conan. Yo, that's dope, man. I've never been on a talk show or a daytime talk show or anything like that. That would have been so cool, man. Bon Jovi gave a CD away to the audience, but I threw that away. Hey, that CD was living on a prayer if it thought it was gonna go home with Bumper. I love the drama in this one. Like it really amped everything up with having more characters to bounce stuff off of. Bumper's like, that's right. Yeah, the creeper's such a creep. This dude has a bit of a smell fetish, that's for sure. Conan's free. I've gotten tickets like 3 times. I used to lie and say my dad was dying. It was gonna be in town. Oh, Tony. Okay, okay. Now we have to ask this. Now I'm going to ask this. Was your father deceased already before you were saying this? I have to ask. Because this is going to tell me a lot about you. I've gotten that creature concept they came up with for Jeeper. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I do as well, man. It's such a cool concept. I love the fact that he ingests the body part and then it becomes a part of him. How his folklore and everything. Great. And I think this franchise really would have gone further if it wasn't attached to its writer and director. Because it was completely unique. Now, this is way before we found out he had cancer. Okay, okay. I'm just making sure, man. Tony throws a pity party to score ticks, right? To score, right, exactly. Tony's like, hey, my skin's peeling off. Can I get free tickets? One time he had a stroke while I was out of town. I saved the excuse and used it for 6 months later to get out of work at Taco Bell when I was like, oh, Tony. Well, you know what? I will say, with my dark sense of humor, if I ever had a stroke, I would prefer that my son use that excuse whenever it's most convenient for him, whenever he would most need it. So, I mean, take that for what it is. Right, it worked. I mean, hey. I mean, if you're already off work when I have a stroke, don't use it then. Use it later. He's like, you. Uh oh. He's strong. If my dad knew the 20 years worth of jokes about me and him, he would die from this. It's like Tony's been saying, what? You hear that, Elizabeth? I come to join you, honey. You pull out the Fred Safford. Hey, hey, you gonna do the 100 men versus one beer, one bear. Oh, she has a psychic link. 20 greasy high schoolers versus one creeper. You know what, Tony? What if the creeper wanted you for your psoriasis? That would be a very interesting one. It's like picks up a skin flake. But next thing you know, he's after you. He's like, you. I want you. It's like salty. it's like it's like tastes strangely like beer. Beer flavored skin. You know, that may be a creeper delicacy. Maybe onto something. uh, I don't even sweat anymore. Oh man, that sucks, man. I have a couple of friends that have that as well, and it does not seem fun. They don't necessarily have it too bad. They more so like have like patches. But whenever it gets bad for them, I'm just like, man, that really sucks, bro. He's like, here I am complaining about my eczema. My very mild eczema. I don't even have extreme eczema. I had a roommate in college that had the most extreme case of eczema that I've ever seen in my life. Extremely bad. So I will never complain about my extremely mild case of eczema when it comes to other people's skin conditions. Mine is the worst. Is even all over my face. Hey man, I totally get that. That's totally like how my college roommate's eczema was. He probably had the worst case I've ever seen in my life. Like that dude, I would never wish that case of eczema on anyone else. Yeah, exactly, man. You're like you have the bear tolerance of Andre the Giant, and that is a real talent. Exactly, man. No use of being embarrassed about that, man. Just might as well embrace it the way I feel. You gotta go the Eminem B Rabbit approach. You gotta embrace that stuff, man. It's like, so what? What's funny is I just thought that the other day watching an Andre video. Yeah, man. Andre would totally be someone that was so fun to drink with just to see them drink. Like those people that have like a massive drinking capacity, and it's like, dude, you're not even really getting drunk. Like you're just drinking because this is just like water to you, because you're obviously not getting affected. Like no one looks at the guy that's drinking a gallon of water per day or a gallon and a half of water per day weird, because he's not acting weird. If you're a 7 foot three, 350, 400 pound guy like Andre the Giant, so what are you drinking a barrel of wine? You think that's going to affect him? No. Yes, exactly, man. You're living in that giant body, man, with those aching joints. Like, can you imagine what his hips felt like? His hips, his knees, his ankles. Cause you gotta think about it, man. When you're a big guy like that, man, your lower body parts, man, constantly ache. Cause you gotta think about it. When you're young and super athletic, yeah, your body can take that beating. You think of like super athletic big guys, like young Andre the Giant, super athletic. Like if you look at videos of Andre when he was young, this dude is very athletic. Very agile. The same with like Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain was a record high jumper. This dude was super athletic. You look at Shaquille O'Neal, look at his younger days, super athletic. But as you get older, you put all that weight on this big body. You got big bones. Yeah, you can handle it. But after a while, you're 7 feet some odd tall and you're putting on 350 plus pounds. It's going to weigh down on you, especially as you're getting older. I mean, it's as someone that has reached 40 and has felt what 40 feels like, I'm like, oh man, it's really not going to get any better from this. As I get older, things are going to go downhill. So I'm not looking forward to that. Yeah, his liver must have been huge. Yeah, exactly, man. I don't think that stuff really affected his drinking. I mean, him being drunk that much. Yeah, like 109 beers. Yeah, man, I've heard crazy like Andre the Giant drinking stories. Yeah, exactly, Bumper. I mean, you're the heart. I mean, it's a lot, man. Waking those bodies up, moving them, doing this, doing that, and then not only that, but having an athletic body at that. That's a lot of wear and tear, man. Yeah, Shaw's huge. Yeah, Shaq is huge, so he will be soon. And Big Show, yeah, exactly. Those super big guys, like exactly like Will Chamberlain. Will Chamberlain didn't last too much longer into old age. A lot of those giants, man. But they definitely live like kings, though. You say that much. They definitely have some legendary stories. Like the stories of Andre the Giant and Wilt Chamberlain are out there. You can just imagine the stuff about Shaq. Like you see Shaq's bed in cribs, that massive bed of his, it's like crazy, man. Yeah, man. Chamberlain partied a lot. And this is going back to his college days. That dude was like a major celebrity going back to like even high school, really. You know, he was a major name in high school. And then being a dude that was a 7 footer in high school, being a major athletic freak. So, I mean, his 20,000 women estimation may not be that much of a estimation. That reminds me, I don't believe gravity pulls us down. I think something is pushing us down. Hey, it may be an invisible Tony pushing us down. Yeah, he was definitely a Rick James type partier for sure. Yeah, he was in Conan. Yeah, Will did awesome in Conan. I mean, it really trips me out how Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has lasted that long, but Kareem has lived a very disciplined life. So I think that has definitely weighed in on him living as long as he has. Now, granted, he has had a lot of health issues in the past few years, but yeah, Kareem has lived a very long life for a giant. Tony Bumper. That's hilarious. Yeah, definite baby arm for sure. That's hilarious. Oh man, y'all got me dying laughing. Yeah, Tony's gonna, like I said, man, Tony's gonna be the creeper for dongs, man. No dong is safe. Yeah, Jonathan Brecht is so good. Like he brings a lot to being the creeper as well. Like you could tell, like he was having a lot of fun doing this. Yeah, guys. Oh, restless, insatiably. I mean, hey, we all have our talents, guys. I mean, we all have our things that we can do endlessly. That just so happens to be Tony's. I love how one dumb comment is now glued to my forehead. You know what, Tony? If it was one dumb comment, I would give it to you. It may have been one down comment too many. He would beat Tony and say, "Hey man, where are you looking at?" Tony would just be gazing at it, gazing for the glazing. Yeah, exactly. Oh, wrestlers, exactly. Tony forgets. Yeah, exactly. But see, Tony is on the wrong side of 30 beers. That's what it is. See, we just got to let's go ahead and feed him two 18 packs, and then the memory will come back. Exactly, Bumper. He put out the ammunition. We're just running with it. And it's all in love. Pull a hot dog out of your fanny pack. Mustard only, because Tony's too classy for ketchup. Tony would never. It's so funny that you mentioned hot dogs because in my YouTube algorithm, apparently New York hot dog carts are a thing in regards to like trying to get me to watch, and it's working. So apparently, I want to try a New York hot dog, but only from certain hot dog stands. And I am not a big fan of sauerkraut, but I'm going to try one with mustard, sauerkraut, and the onion sauce that they use because it actually looks pretty delicious. Though I probably may regret getting the sauerkraut. I'm not much of a sauerkraut guy. Now, chili and the onion sauce and the mustard be fantastic. But hey, we'll see how it goes. This is how me and my buddies fuck around. All my friends I've known for like 30 years. Yeah, exactly. That's some of the best things is joking about stuff like that with friends. Or I did the food cart rabbit hole years ago, overpriced. Yeah, exactly. A lot of them are overpriced, vastly. Thankfully, there are a couple that are still keeping like a $3 and 50 cent hot dog alive. But I've seen some of those carts where they're like $5 for a regular one, $6 for a regular one. I'm like, man, y'all are really taxing. his, his friends are all getting too interested. Oh, I did the food. Let's see. Oh, restless. There's a Thai chick I watched that cook some dessert on a cart on the street, and she sells out every 4 hours. Yeah, I've been on that side of street food YouTube as well. There's this other Thai chick who does cooking videos of different street food. Like she'll get like fresh shrimp and she'll cook up like random meals, like Thai focused meals and stuff like that. I think she has like an American guy that like tricks off on her or whatever. I mean, she's a hot girl. Don't get me wrong, but the game is the game. I totally know what she's all about. But she'll cook you a very nice meal, so at least she has those skills. But yeah, man, I've seen some awesome videos on food YouTube. Yes, cooking with Claudia. Yeah, cooking con Claudia. Yeah, she's out in Arizona. I think she's out in like jeez, Tempe. I think she's in Tempe, Arizona. Yeah, I watch her videos all the time. She does some great stuff. I need to buy her cookbook as well. She makes some um very easy, quick meals. And she's very nice to look at as well. You've seen $8 exactly. I've seen $8 as well for some crazy, just regular plain hot dogs. I'm like, man, y'all are crazy. Russ, stop trying to slide to my DMs. Yeah, the dirty water hot dogs. Yeah, the dirty water dogs. Yeah, I've been watching some of those videos. I find that very interesting. You know, a lot of those carts, and how a lot of those guys are obviously scamming, trying to display like, oh yeah, we're using the good hot dogs, and they're using like super cheap chicken dogs and stuff. It's like, no way this is a beef hot dog. No way this is a this dog or whatever. So, yeah, I definitely try to watch some of those videos to watch out for the scammers. YouTube got me watching some guy who can speak every language and goes to restaurants. You know what, Bumper? It's so funny how the algorithm works. I watch those guys as well. One of the guys who kind of originated that passed, I think last year or the year before last. I was kind of sad, man, because I used to watch his videos all the time of how he would just like kind of like crash course on learning on how to be conversational with languages and just go and trip out like all these random people and all these spots in like New York City or out in the East Coast where all these different immigrants would be. I'm like, bro, that's so dope. Wait till you get hooked on shoe shining videos. Bro, I've seen the shoe shining videos. I've seen the shoe shining videos. Those are pretty fun, man. Especially like some guy takes like some super like old pair of shoes from like a thrift store and he just like makes them as good as new. That's dope to me. See, exactly, man. Exactly. They're figuring us out, man. You wonder why AI is going to be a threat in a few years. But I put it this way: I will forgive everything with AI if I can order some fast food and the stuff that I order is exactly the way that I want it when I look in the bag. Because my thing is, look, I'm all for humans and humans making money and humans not being replaced. But if I order a simple order of something at a fast food restaurant and I say, hey, know this, or hey, put extra this on it, and then hell, they don't even get my sandwich right. They forget the sandwich. That's why I'm just like, you know what? AI may not be that bad. But yeah, man, they're totally figuring out all the stuff that we like and putting this all into categories for sure. Because I've watched a lot of those creators and stuff too. But all I'm saying is, I'm just glad that the algorithm pushed the channel out to you guys for the Horror Greenbook. So I will thank the algorithm. Thank you so much. Because all of you guys are awesome. They must have said, hey, they watch a lot of the same videos. Hey, this guy watches shoe shining videos as well. Maybe he'll be into your horror videos. And they were right. Oh, and if anyone's needing a timestamp, let me give you guys one. I am at 1 hour and 1 minute exactly. Having a great time watching Jeepers Creepers 2 with you guys. But I'm having way more time, well, way more fun having this time to just chat with you guys and catch up. That's the stuff that I just really look forward to the most, man. Just having these conversations about all types of stuff. Shooting back, making jokes. Whether the films are on the good side of things or whether the films are on the bad side of things. um, it totally makes for a fun experience. Well, we don't have a set day for those, Bumper. Generally, we do them on Tuesdays. We may do them on Wednesdays, but with it being convention season, they're going to be kind of sporadic. So that's why I tell people to keep the notification bell on because they'll be notified whenever a video's upcoming. But also because you're a member of the Discord, whenever I, set up the live, you do get the notification for that. Can always watch the movie again. Spreading conversation. Yeah, yeah, true, true. Yeah. You're just curious to see what people pick. Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, we haven't set up an official one in a while. It's in regards to picking, mainly because with this time of year, it's just so hard to get a consistent time. So I'm thinking of the time period where we're just going to count on people to actually, pick the films when it's a less busy time for conventions. So I would say probably after October or after Halloween is when we will get more consistent with getting everyone to pick the films. Because when it gets to really busy around this time of year, especially with conventions and with me trying to edit and upload and get convention videos out whenever I have one or other content, it makes it kind of hard to try to dedicate that time for Tuesday, knowing that I may still be needing that time to actually upload to YouTube with its well, I'm not going to blame it on YouTube. It may be my internet's upload time. Sometimes it's a bit quicker, sometimes it's a bit slower. So, whether it's YouTube or my internet speed, you know, I try to make time for that upload because sometimes it's a bit ugly waiting for it, depending on how long the video is. I was looking for OKC Con videos, and your page was one of the first ones that popped up. Now I've been subscribed ever since. Hey, I really appreciate that, Lori, and that's why I want to do videos like that, especially with cons, because there are people that may be curious for checking out a particular convention right before that convention for that particular year. So if I did a video the previous year, it may jump up in the algorithm and people may look and just see what it's all about to get an idea of what the convention's like. So I really appreciate when people see those convention vids like that and they come around and watch, whether it's for the convention that just passed or the one for the previous year. So I'm glad to know that you came across the channel that way, Lori. Bad Milo is your next pick. Okay. Can anyone else here vibrate your own eardrums using your ear muscles? It's kind of rare. I can do it, and it's annoying. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I can do that every now and then if like I concentrate on what I'm doing, and yeah, it's very annoying. So you can move your ears back and forth. Yo, that's crazy, Bumper. No, I've never been able to do that. I know what Tony's talking about with kind of like using that to kind of shut off the eardrums, but I've never been able to move my ears back and forth. Hey, I'm always here for Goonies references. Yeah, speaking of Goonies, they just had their anniversary. I want to go out to Oregon to check out those filming locations so bad, like that and Short Circuit. One of these days, I'm gonna mark off Oregon. Tony's hilarious. Here we go. We get some more 2000 CGI, and it's not that bad. I'm really highly impressed at how well it's actually aged. Never seen anyone cover Short Circuit. That'll be a good one. Man, I love Short Circuit. Like I've seen people do bits here and there, but I've never seen anyone do like a complete one. If I'm not mistaken, I think I think maybe Sean Clark may have done it. If I'm not mistaken, somebody did a Short Circuit video that I've seen, but it hasn't been many people. And for it to be such a cult classic, I would imagine more people would have gone to the filming locations. But there's some Oregon related stuff that I want to do. I want to do that. Um, the Timberline, I think it's called the Timberline Hotel, which is the Shining related, which is the actual the inspiration for the exterior of the Overlook Hotel. So it's um, one of the hotels that Kubrick got inspiration for to build the sets for the Overlook in England. So he took the inspiration for the exterior from that hotel in Oregon and the interior for the Ahwahnee Hotel, which is near the Yosemite National Park. So one of these days, I want to go to Yosemite and I want to go to the Ahwahnee. Now, the Ahwahnee Hotel is super expensive. Michael and Jessica went there, I think, for Michael's birthday last year, or the year before last. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they spent like $1,000 for like one night there, which is super crazy. But it's cool because it's a tax write-off because they got content out of it. So it's not a total loss. They're going to get somebody back from that. So you got to learn to play the game with that. So that's an awesome birthday gift to themselves, and to also get content from it and get a tax write-off. So one of these days I want to do that. I don't think I'll be staying at the Ahwahnee. I'm not making that much money yet. So I'll probably stay somewhere nearby and actually go to actually hang out and get the filming location shots for you guys. Timestamp 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 30 seconds. Frog Pop says, I've been to the Goonies film locations. It's right by where I live. Also, Short Circuit and Kindergarten Cop filmed there too. Exactly. You got Kindergarten Cop. You got Halloween Town. Also was shot in Oregon. So I definitely want to check out a lot of those spots. So hey, Frog Pop, it's cool that you're out that way. I'll have to definitely look you up whenever I do come out to Oregon. We'll have to hang out. Oh, your dad was born in Astoria? That's dope. Can you stay in room 237? Well, in the actual the Stanley in Colorado, you can stay at I think in the Stephen King in the actual Stephen King short is 207, I believe. But in the movie it's 237. But you can actually stay in the room that Stephen King stayed in. And I think it's room 207. But yeah, you can stay in that one. But it's usually booked up like, I think they said like, if you want to stay in room 237 or 207, the Stephen King room, I think it's booked up. I think they say like 2 years in advance. And if you want to stay in that one during Halloween, it's booked up 10 years in advance. So I would love to stay there one of these years for sure. It doesn't have to be the Stephen King room, but one of these days I definitely do want to stay at the Stanley. But I do want to stay also at the Ahwahnee, and I want to stay also at the Timberline Hotel. I want to stay at all of the Shining related hotels. So the Kindergarten Cop School is down the street from the Goonies house. Yeah, exactly. I definitely want to do that, man. I want to go check out all those filming locations. The fact that they're all in like close distance to each other is like very cool. I think Jim Carrey did stay in that room. Yeah, I think I did mention hear a story about him staying in that one. Short Circuit was done a lot recently with the Goonies. 40th YouTubers were all over Astoria. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, Restless, that they would do a lot of the Short Circuit stuff too. I have seen a lot of those Goonies 40th anniversary videos. That's right. That's right. Restless. Timberline. That's what I was thinking. I was like, was it Timberline? Yeah. So yeah, they did. Yeah, they did do the exteriors for that one. The Ahwahnee was the interiors, and the Stanley's the actual real Stephen King related one. Yo, for sure. I definitely look forward to that. I I still need to go to some of the states out that way. I should be getting North and South Dakota off of my states list very very soon here. So I'm very excited for that. And then in regards to the Pacific Northwest, I need to get Washington and Oregon off of my list in regards to states visited. So I'm definitely going to do that. I'll definitely let you know. Yeah, he changed the room because the moon landing. Hey, Matt, what's going on, Matt? Glad to have you up in here, man. Welcome, welcome. We were just hanging out, vibing, watching some Jeepers Creepers too. So if you want to hang out, I'm at 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 30 seconds. Come out, hang out with us. Yeah, man, I want to go out to that road. If I actually get time, I may have something very Shining related to come to the channel very soon. That's if I can make it work with some stuff that I have. Something very bucket list related. So we'll see. It's going to involve having a detour. It's going to involve several hours. But we'll see how that goes, man. Maddie, Washington State HorrorCon up here is a very cool one. Yeah, I've been meaning to go to Seattle for Crypticon, but I didn't know that they have Washington State HorrorCon. I'm gonna have to look that one up and add that one to my convention list. Let me actually State Horror Con. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and add that to my list. Sweet. October 24th through the 26th of this year. Washington State Fair and Event Center. Yeah, I've never been to Washington, so I'm looking forward to any excuse to have a horror convention in the states that I haven't been to. Like, there's one in Idaho that I want to go to. I've been to Idaho, but to have an excuse to bring the channel there would be freaking awesome. Oh man, they actually have some really good guests. Elvira's gonna be there. Denise Richards, I love Denise Richards. Some really good people there. Oh, Dora Birch is gonna be there. Dora doesn't really do too many conventions, so to have a cool Hocus Pocus related reunion. My man Michael Ironside, cool. Got some really good guests there. Adrian Barbeau's going to be there. Nick Castle. I'm just looking over this guest list. Wow, they got some. Oh, we were just watching Species. Natasha Henstridge is going to be there. Love that. A very impressive list. Christy Swanson. Oh, Susan Kellerman from Elvira, Mistress of the Dark is going to be there in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Dope. Yo, man. Lou Diamond Phillips is going to be there. This is a very, very respectable list of guests. So, needless to say, I'm going to have to keep them on the list of conventions to check out. October is very busy for me to make this year because there's a lot of stuff like Living Dead Con is happening again. I think that same weekend, and I need to do a tour of the Monroeville Mall. So I'm planning on maybe doing that weekend, but if it doesn't work out for me, I'm gonna have to keep Washington State HorrorCon on my list. So thanks so much for letting me know about that, Frog, for sure. It's kind of weird that giant school buses didn't have seatbelts. Exactly. I think about that all the time, Tony. They did not care about us kids back then. Yeah, it definitely has a lot of Trimmer vibes with this, Tony. You know, I believe Jim Carrey said he talked to his deceased grandfather when he stayed in that room. He would always impersonate him to make his dad laugh. That's crazy. Yeah, you really should, Tony. Ironside's awesome, man. I think Ironside doesn't really charge too much for his autograph. I don't think he charges more than about 60. Yes, yes. I love the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie. So her and David Arquette being there is freaking awesome. Love Christy Swanson. Oh, so it's 80? Okay, yeah, that's what I think. He was about 60 or 80 or something like that. So that's great. I was gonna go to Living Dead Con, but I'm going to Living. Yeah, if you do make it, I'll probably be there. So a mini guess, I want to see that. Yeah, that's a great guest list for a horror con. It's very well varied. So I'll definitely keep you posted, Frog, if I possibly make it. It'll definitely be a bit more expensive for me to make Washington State Horror Con as opposed to Living Dead Con because I have friends that live in Pittsburgh that I can crash at, and they'll actually drive me the stuff as opposed to me having to get a hotel or rent a car. So I only have to worry about flight with that. The only thing is Pittsburgh flights are like pretty expensive, so thankfully I don't have to worry about the extras with that one. Though I really do want to go out to Washington to check that out. So I'm going to keep that one in mind for sure, Frog. So thank you so much. Oh, 80 for the combo? Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad, especially with the combo included. I mean, with the selfie included. You remember Pee Wee getting arrested shortly before seeing Buffy? Yeah, and that's so cool because he wanted his look in Buffy to look like how he looked in his mugshot. So I love that story, man. I mean, bless Paul Rubens, man. I mean, and the funny thing is, even as a kid, when that happened, I was maybe like 10 years old. And then when I learned about what the controversy was about, I was just like, really? Everyone's mad about that? It's just like, okay, well, technically it's against the law, but everyone's there to do that. So it's like, oh, okay. So, I mean, the fact that he kind of took it on the chin and the fact that, he was like, all right, Chiller Theater and Horror Hound on your list. Yeah, for sure, man. I definitely want to do Chiller Theater for sure. Definitely gonna do some of those Chiller Theater. Definitely want to do Monster Mania, New Jersey Horror Con, a few of those East Coast ones, just to experience them. If anyone does get to meet Ironside, for even if you're just walking by, I'll Venmo you $5 to yell, "Hell, Michael!" This looks. Yeah, the buckshot. Yeah, man. That's why I'm glad the document for the documentary. I got to finally watch that not too long ago, and I'm glad they talked about that when, and it was cool that you get all those stories from all his friends that were like, yeah, we were definitely in his corner, and you found out like Debbie Mazar was willing to be like his girlfriend in public, essentially being his beard. So that was pretty dope. Yeah, Scarefest was pretty fun. I just wish Scarefest had like an after party, like a pretty cool after party that was beyond the VIPs. Because I think, I mean, it's cool having an exclusive VIP party, but I think you should have a party for general admission guests as well. Like if you just like had a separate VIP party that the celebs went to and stuff like that, that's dope. But let the regular folks have an excuse to party as well. Yeah, I couldn't believe that was him and Buffy. We watched play. Yeah, exactly. Same here, Matt. Like, I was a huge fan of Buffy, and it wasn't until like maybe a year or two after watching it that I noticed that that was him. And also his cameo in Batman Returns as the Penguin's dad. I never noticed that as a kid, and then when I look back, I'm like, oh, that is Paul Rubens. That is Pee Wee. You know. Yeah, I get that. You always felt like the show was a little bit too much for little kids. I get that. Yeah. Oh yeah, the movie was awesome. The movie was classic. Yeah, it was totally out of character for those. So I definitely, really enjoyed that. It showed his range. Yeah, for real, the Cheech and Chong movies. Yeah, exactly. And how we get like a proto Pee Wee Herman. Do something, Izzy. Yeah, guys. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much for the new people that stopped through tonight that subscribed. That really means a lot to me. I can't wait to show you guys my Dream Warriors poster with Lawrence Fishburne's autograph. And I'm going to need all of you guys' positive thoughts and positive energy getting that poster to England safely and back to the United States safely. Because, man, I, wow. Just the thought of that poster. You know what? I'm not even going to put it in the universe. Just the thought of that poster getting to that destination maybe a day later than expected. That's the worst that I'm going to wish on it. But yeah, guys, thank you though. Yes, I got to get Lawrence Fishburne's autograph. I mean, even I was just thinking about what else horror related would be cool to get Lawrence to sign. Getting something Hannibal related, and then possibly getting Matt Mickelson to sign it as well in the future would be freaking dope. I would absolutely, because I think Matt's does conventions, but it's more so like the Fat Expos, the really big ones, and I'm a pretty big fan of the Hannibal TV show. I think it and Bates Motels, um, you know, their stories that they told in those two shows. The fact that they both were out around the same time in the 2010s, and are very respected by fans by being respectable for their source materials. Very good. Fishburne and Angela Bassett should have got Academy Awards for What's Love. Got, I say that all the time, Matt. Totally, both fantastic biopic portrayals, especially Lawrence. I think Lawrence should have 100% won for his portrayal of Ike Turner. Totally fish urine now, right? Like, I know Lawrence. One of these days, he's gonna like pop open like social media. One of these days, he's gonna be like, why are people calling me Lawrence Fish Urine? And it's gonna be all because of Triple T. You enjoyed Base Motel as well, Lori? Yeah, same here. I think Vera Farmiga did great in that. It just showed that she was definitely a good actress for the horror genre. Because was she in the Conjuring films? Was the first Conjuring film out yet by then by Bates Motel, or was it around the same time? Okay, for real question. Do you collectors ever think you will or worry about getting bored with it all coming from a tape collector? I don't think so. Well, at least not for me because there's always something new. There's always something new to obtain. And that's one thing that I have always learned from the collectors that I've known before me. Like, even just really eccentric people, like, there's always something new that catches the eye. Even if it's something that you know about that's like a holy grail, or if it's something that you didn't know that you needed until you just see it. So there's always something that brings excitement. There's always something new for the thrill of the hunt, I think. Yeah, deep cover. Yeah, exactly. And get Bill Duke to sign it as well. Jeff Goldblum. Like, deep cover had a ton of people in it. So many faces. Yeah, the limo scene. You think it was? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Laura. I think it was around the same time. Like, I think, yeah, I think the first Conjuring may have come out maybe a little bit before Bates Motel, but it was definitely around the same time. Surviving the Game, signed by Ice T. That's a good one. I remember seeing Surviving the Game. I think like on TNT. I think they showed it like after one of the NBA All Star games, and I stayed up and watched it, and I was just like, "Oh man, this is a pretty good one." I didn't know it was a remake of the Deadliest Game. It's a pretty good freaking remake. You gotta admit that. And those are always the good remakes that kind of like they keep the spirit of the original but do just enough different to where it's just like, oh wow, I didn't know this was a remake. If you like, if someone had never seen the original and they come across that remake and they're just like, oh, this is pretty cool. I didn't know this was a remake to something. Yeah, it is a remake, right? Exactly, right. It's totally like when you come across like I Am Legend or Omega Man, you're just like, oh no, this is like the third one. You're like, oh wow, really? Rucker Hauer, the man. Creeper's just getting penetrated, isn't he? Bumper, you kidding me, Bumper? You had a smoke with Rucker Hauer? That's dope. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, Rucker, and it's so crazy because he seems like such a cool dude, but he's like one of those dudes that his portrayal, especially like in The Hitcher, is so unhinged that I'm just like, man, I don't know if I can trust you, man. I know you're an actor, but you did too good of a job, man. Oh man, yeah, man, that's so cool. Must have been about 2011 or 2012 on a forklift at Musperloser. Man, that's dope, man. Yeah, Rucker's that dude, man. I mean, because you gotta think about it. You think of like, all right, you think of The Hitcher, and you think of Blade Runner. You're just like, man, that's so cool. And then not only that, but Buffy as well. Like, speaking of Buffy, like, absolutely, it is sad to think about Buffy because Buffy is one of my absolute favorite movies. Like, I much prefer the Buffy movie over the Buffy TV series. I know I'm one of the few, but I'm one of the proud. But it's sad to watch that film and to think that basically, in regards to everyone that's not dead in that movie, it's basically like Christy Swanson and David Arquette. Like Rucker's gone, Paul Rubens is gone, Luke Perry is gone. I mean, you really got Christy Swanson, Hilary Swank, and David Arquette. That's like about it. Yeah, Hitcher for real. Hitcher and Hitcher. Danielle Harris, Lance Henderson, The Blind Madam, Fly from. Nah, those are the people that you've had smoke with. That's dope. My high school Snoopy's cousin did the music for the Buffy TV show. That's cool. You know what, Lori? The show's actually good. I'm not even gonna lie. The show's good, but it's not what I wanted. You know, because I like the camp of the movie. They tone it down and they make it a bit more serious with the show. And the show's good. It's great story writing and everything, but it's just not my thing. I just found it just wasn't my thing. I just like the movie's aesthetic and the cast and everything at that point. And not only that, but people forget like the lingo and everything like that. People attribute a lot of that lingo and stuff like that to Clueless. But Buffy the Vampire Slayer came out before Clueless, and it had a lot of the catchy lingo at that point as well that got attributed to Clueless. Am I going to get the Chainsaw Massacre commemorable? Commemorable. I can't get. I hate when I can't get a word right. But yeah, you know what? I want to. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, but we'll see how that goes. The commemorative. I know, right, Bumper? I hate when it happens. I never saw the show. My band was also. You know what? You did mention that. You did mention that, Tony. That's cool. In the teaser for Vampire Diaries. That's cool, man. I want that stupid NECA Jaws game. Yeah, you know what? That Jaws game looks very cool. Yeah, NECA's always pushing out something that I eventually want to get. So, the commemorable. Ah. The commemorative. There we go. See, sometimes you just gotta slow it and break it all down. Because sometimes your mouth wants to go a little bit faster than your brain does. Oh man. Super old Ray Wise. Yeah, it sucks that at the end of Jeepers Creepers 2, you're thinking, wow, man, we may actually get a decent Jeepers Creepers 3 one day. I mean, it's something you can laugh at. Bumper says, I'm off for the night, guys. Gotta wake up early. Big cool chat and have a good evening. Hey, Bumper. Hey, you survived basically to the end of the movie anyway, man. So I appreciate you, man. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, especially after 12 hours of painting, man. So I really appreciate you. And thanks again for the super chat, man. So have a good night, man. And I may see you tomorrow, man. I'm going to decide on if I'm going to do a disgraceful double features again for this week. So stay tuned. Be on the lookout on Discord. Oh, the creeper. It's been another 23 years. I love how this one ended as well. That was a pretty cool one, man. Like, Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, they are a very good pairing. Just that damn Victor Salva. And of course, we got an executive producer like Francis Ford Coppola. That sure doesn't hurt. Tomorrow's going to be 5 movies. We know what Tony wants. Tony's like, come on. Oh, man. Well, that's Jeepers Creepers 2, guys. Such a fun flick, man. I really, really like that one. It just really adds to the atmosphere for the first one. So it really adds to it. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, guys. You know, I know how it could be sometimes, you know, during the early bits of the week. Like Bumper. Bumper just worked 12 hours in regards to painting. So I don't blame him for turning in early if he wanted to. But, you know, he hung out like you guys did with me. So I really, really appreciate it. Laura's like, yes, you're doing a double feature at least. So you hear that, guys. So if you guys are looking forward to a double feature, another double feature, then who am I to not keep the GBG pleased? So guys, be on the lookout for some film titles sometime this week. So it may be for Tuesday, it may be for Wednesday. So just be on the lookout for the notifications, guys. But again, thank you so much, guys. In regards to like everything, in regards to all the likes, all the super chats, everything helps this channel so much. We're growing bit by bit. We are almost to the halfway point of my goal of reaching 5,000 subscribers on this channel. So we are almost there, guys. Every single one of you guys are a huge part of why we are getting closer to that goal, guys. So again, I cannot thank you enough, and I will continue to send you all of these thanks, guys, and all my gratitude in as many different ways as I possibly can. So you guys in the GBG are really family to me. So again, thank you. Frog Pop says it was fun watching these movies tonight. Hey, so definitely stay tuned, Frog Pop. We're gonna do another double feature coming soon. I'm just gonna pick some good flicks for us to watch for sure. Take some of you guys, take some of the effort off of you guys for picking the films, at least while convention season's going on, because I don't know when I'm going to, you know, get graceful double features or any of the live watch parties set during this busy time of the year. But I know you guys understand, so I'll pick up the slack whenever possible. Gargoyles engaged. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for putting together another great live stream. Hey, I really appreciate that, Matt. It really means a lot to me, guys. So, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, guys. Make sure to get you some good sleep tonight, guys. We're going to come back again for some more live watch party fun with disgraceful double features. I'm going to pick something good for you guys. So make sure to get some good sleep, guys. But again, I'm your travel guide, Brendon, signing off with the Horror Greenbook and letting you know that it is scary in those streets, travelers. So let me know that you made it home safely. Good night, and I'll see you guys soon.